in the lungs. You wanna hit this shit?
Killer, Dipset, Check my stats, man. 78 I got to be the best living, man. You already know. Like Alex Trebek, you're in jeopardy. Yes, sir, we got the recipe. Give you a tech, but nope, not a referee. Like why?
What? You want it to be one way?
Man, I don't want it to be one way. Man, stop!
But it's the other way.
Son, no doubt.
My people can get you anything you need.
This your army. I'm the general.
Iggy's gonna be dead.
I know how to make things happen. The person that you said you couldn't trust anymore. Is this about them?
What's going on, YouTube? We back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Nam's YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we are back with another TV show review, and we are doing Power Book 4, Force, Season 1, Episode 10, Season Finale, Family Business Review. We pretty much go into this episode preparing for war, pretty much with Tommy and Vic. You know, the situation with Vic pretty much looking retarded, not noticing everything, and I'm like, I felt like really personally, I felt like this episode should have just been called Duh, and it should have been called Duh from all angles, even with Diamond. He had his soul situation going on, and it's like, duh, nigga, yeah, your brother was trying to set you up, duh, Vic Flynn, Claudia Flynn, y'all niggas is like, man. See, the thing with me, as far as pertaining to Power, as far as Book 4, I felt like it was the weakest of the spinoffs. Not saying that it was a weak series. I feel like the storylines was a little weak. I just felt like it was too many different things that was going on that just did not make sense. Especially the whole thing with Tommy and the Armenians. Okay, we get that. Not Armenians, the Serbs. My bad. I was talking about Armenians. The Serbs. I was watching another show earlier that had something to do with Armenians. My bad. But the Serbs. Yeah, the Serbs. And it's like, how y'all let so many things go and this and the third, and then you got another situation in this episode with the Serbs. And like, the Serbs got to be the most forgiving, the most forgiving gangsters that I have ever seen in my life, man. Because they like so much shit come and go, even whether it's with Tommy or whether it's with other people that they know that took out some of their people, and they just be like, okay, I'm hearing you out. Okay, what you got to say? Okay, this and the third. And anyway, we are pretty much preparing for Tommy to go to war with Vic. And the situation they got going on, especially with Walter pretty much pumping up Claudia and Vic. And I'm not going to front, last episode, I didn't know if Claudia was really riding with Walter, or was she just trying to play along because she wanted to pretty much do what she was trying to do. And even in this episode, it seems like Claudia still has a play going, but it's like, are you still trying to help Tommy? So, and like, I'm telling you, man, it's some confusing shit that kind of plays out in this episode that didn't make sense. But like I said, with Claudia, I guess she is rolling with her father, and she got this power play, I guess, where her thing is being that she always wanted to be in the inner circle with her father as far as the street business and all that. And now that she's finally being brought in, she's trying to prove her worthy of how worthy she is to her father, especially with everything Vic got going on with his emotions, especially dealing with Gloria, because every 5 minutes is, we got to do this for Gloria. We got to do this for Gloria. We got to do this for Gloria. I'm like, all right, nigga, we get it. You get it. You want revenge for Gloria. But the fact is, once again, Vic was okay with working with Tommy, helping Tommy out, knowing that he was smashing his girl. And the only reason Gloria stopped messing with Tommy is because Tommy pushed her to the side. And that pretty much put her in the arms of Vic. The only reason she went back with Vic because Tommy let her go. But the whole situation with Vic is, we got to do this for Gloria. Got to do this for Gloria. Not saying Gloria should have been killed. My whole thing is this, damn, nigga. It's like, it started out so smart as far as the situation with Vic, and me thinking like, he not letting his emotions get in the way. He trying to put the business first, but then I wasn't even really looking at the play of it. But still, man, once again, man, I enjoy what they tried to do as far as Tommy and his first spinoff series. All I'm saying is, Tommy seems invincible. And even going into this season finale, this whole play out, you got these niggas preparing for like a war. Vic got a whole army. Talking about the whole, his father flew in a whole Irish team or whatever. mercenaries, all this, the whole nine. And yes, Tommy goes to get some of the servers or whatever to help him out or whatever. But in a lot of these situations, especially in the season finale, it's like Tommy and two more people, and you got Vic and like a whole like 5 or 6 more people. And then you had these situations going on where they almost playing like these little chess games with each other. You want to take somebody out, you gonna take them out. That's what y'all do. Even with Tommy, I gotta say the same thing with Tommy. It's a scene in here where you pretty much had them. They drunk. They gone. They ain't here getting towed up or whatever. And Tommy is pretty much on his Mission Impossible, like on his like hitman type shit. And it's like, nigga, if you know they all in there, especially if you know Vic in there, he already threatened you, telling he going to kill you. Won't you just go in and take them all out right now? Nah, they got to play these little games and ride the episode out, I guess. But yeah, man. That's one of the things, like I said, I just do not like as far as this spinoff, because it feels like it's just nothing urgent with Tommy. Tommy feels like he's invincible. Dude got everything always in play, everything always set. Give or take, this episode does try to give us something as far as pulling on, not say the heartstrings, but trying to give Tommy like showing his vulnerability, going after his vulnerability, or more I should say, going after his vulnerability. And before I get to that though, we gotta hop over to my man Diamond. We finally get Diamond in Demon Time. He pretty much, I mean, once again, it still should have been done when it comes to his brother, because he pretty much figures out the situation. You know, last episode he heard them downstairs or whatever talking, pretty much coming up with some type of play. But honestly, with everything they were saying as far as his brother, I get the whole play with saying they trying to take over or do what they was doing, but I really didn't know that they was trying to go to the extent that they was trying to go to as far as Jannard. I'm like, damn, he really trying to take his brother out, really doing all that. I'm like, damn, I thought he was just trying to take the organization from him. But yeah, he really trying to go to that level, and we finally get to see everything we was hearing about Diamond. Instead of just hearing this in the third, we actually get to see Diamond in action. And it's really interesting to see where he goes from here. I'm not going to go into deep details. Like I said, I'm giving a couple spoilers away, but I'm not going to say what happens at the end as far as pertaining to the season finale. I'm going to give a couple spoilers away. I'm going to say a couple things, and I'm going to speak on a couple things. But as pertaining to what completely goes on and pertaining to who dies and what, I'm not going to get on that. But yeah, man, we do get Diamond doing a couple things and getting into his demon mode. And that's pretty much him on his revenge mode as far as Jannard go. And I wasn't surprised with the route he did take, because that's pretty much been him this whole season as far as Diamond. But Jannard, man, it's him and his whole plans pretty much getting in scare tactics, because he know everything is about to come down on him, especially everything he done with Diamond. So he pretty much hitches up his plan, and this is a thing again. With everything everybody been doing, it's always these second chances. Walter, the Serbs, it's like you can go to holler at anybody, even after you done all these shootouts with them, been doing everything that took certain people out, done killed certain people. But now we can go make this, we can make this happen. Jannard lost his homeboy Jeremiah. I forgot the character's name, but he lost his homeboy. But I get where he was coming from, because he was trying to do anything he had to do at that moment. What the hell happened to hold on. Maybe I missed something. Y'all let me know in the comment section. But what happened to Freddie Gibbs' character? What happened to they people? Did something get mixed up with that? Something? Did I miss something? Y'all let me know. Maybe I did, because once again, man, this to me is the weakest spinoff. I'm not saying I'm not paying attention, but I am. But it's like, it's once again no urgency. I'm not feeling the urgency, because Tommy is our main guy, our main protagonist that we following, and I'm trying to see what's going on. Like, when is this guy gonna be in a situation where we on our P's and Q's like, oh no, Tommy, no. Nah, it's never that situation in this. I mean, with the people that he has around him, which I'm getting to now, maybe. But before we get diving deep into that, we do have a situation with, surprise, Kate is back. And she ends up making an appearance, and her appearance, it does not go no way as far as what she used to do as far as the original Power. Shout out to the actress that plays Kate. She jumps right back into that role, and even the way Tommy finds her is just, that's Kate. That is Kate, man. But it's really tripping out, and it's really like a little bit of comic relief once she does come around, especially when she gets to see JP and her nephew. I mean, the grandson, my bad. I'm talking about nephew, grandson. Now, that's Tommy. But yeah, it's really interesting to see the relationship between those two individuals and how they engage. But Tommy and Kate, it's still that same engagement, but it's honestly not as harsh as it used to be. I mean, they go at it a little bit in this episode, but it's honestly not as harsh as it used to be as far as the original Power. And you honestly can see somewhat some growth with Kate. And like I said, you've already seen kind of that growth with Tommy, being that he's still who he is, but you do see that growth with these two characters. And it's really going to be interesting seeing how they try to do moving forward, seeing if maybe we're going to get more Kate possibly. I don't know, being that we are getting official season 2 from Power. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how they do with that. So it was interesting to see her come back and just to see the reactions from everybody and see the exchanges, especially coming from D-Mac and even with things he was saying to Tommy about her. But yeah, that's one of the good scenes and that's one of the funny scenes. I will get him that. But yeah, man, other than that, like I said, that's again going to Tommy as far as his vulnerability. These are pretty much the people that's vulnerable, and that's where you get the situations and where you get as far as Claudia coming up with a plan. I'm not going to go into full detail about the plan, but she does come up with some kind of interesting, and that's where I pretty much like, okay, yeah, she is on her father's side, because I still just didn't know, man. It was just certain things that was happening, especially with these whole plans and the setups, especially when Vic and Tommy are going at it, and then they keep getting into these situations where it seems like Tommy is keep getting the upper hand, and it seems like him and Claudia was texting, and I'm like, I'm missing something. I'm sorry, I'm missing something. But yes, it seemed a little confusing to me. I'm sorry. Not really confusing, but just goofy. I'm sorry, it's just because I'm like, once again, how do y'all not see Walter and what's going on here, especially at least Claudia, and it's almost like at that very end, at that very moment, and even then, you still do something where it's like, what are you doing? If you know your pops is lying, why do you still do what you do? And it's almost like the writers didn't know no other way is to set up a certain, what it seems like is going to be like this little war between certain individuals going into season 2, which I'm once again not going to get to deep spoilers about, but I will speak on it a little bit. It's just crazy how they tried to set this up is what they basically doing though. But yeah, everybody, like I said, this is one of those shows where you can create a second chance. It's a lot of people getting second chances in this season finale that I did not expect. And the person that we end up losing is like, oh man. Once again, I'm not going to say who we lose or if we lose or well, I basically kind of did say it, but I'm just saying, man, it's kind of crazy the route they went with that, but I will give them credit for that as far as trying to give Tommy some type of vulnerability, but not only that, feed more into maybe getting a more vicious Tommy going into season 2, being that this situation that's done happened to him in this season finale. So it is going to be interesting to see how they try to do that with Tommy, man, but I'm not going to say I'm not looking forward to the season 2, but I'm hoping they're going to do something different, especially when it comes to these goofy cops that they got. I do not understand. I don't even remember these cops. I don't remember these characters' names. Thank God they did not show my other man in here. Y'all know who I'm talking about, old buddy who walking around talking about, give it up, give me y'all. I ain't get his picture up, but these cops, man, I'm guessing once again we are getting set up. We're getting built up for season 2, and are they going to be the main cops that's going to be trying to come after Tommy or whatever? I don't know, man. I just was not feeling the situation. I wasn't feeling these individuals in the whole season anyway, and I feel like we didn't even get enough of them to want to follow them as far as the case or whatever. But anyway, I just wasn't feeling that situation as far as the cops go. I really hope we get maybe better cops in the next season as far as season 2, and or if they are going to bring these cops back, can we just get better overall characters, better, I guess, acting, should I say that? But I don't feel like it's the acting, I just feel like we're not getting enough with them, better writing. Maybe we just need better writing for the season overall, but I would like to see Tommy in some more vulnerable situations as far as him being in danger, him actually being in some type of situation where maybe it's a life or death situation for him. Have Tommy even ever been shot as far as overall in the Power series? I'm just saying, have he? Let me know in the comment section. Have he though? Have he? But yeah, man, that's pretty much all we have. We do get a little surprise at the end, and I will spoil this. We get a little cameo from the original Power people as far as Medina and Blanca. Or Blanca, is that her name? I'm not sure, but it's Medina and Blanca. And you know Medina was in original Power. He was working with, what's her name, them, Sax and them, or whatever, Angela and them, when they was trying to go after, Ghost and them, the original Power. But yeah, I think he's the head of the DEA now, and she's pretty much, as far as Blanca, is working under him. And I don't know where this situation comes from, and that's the reason I'm bringing it up, because it's like, when we left off as far as Power Book 2, her whole situation with, as far as her snitch Dante being killed, and then she's seeing that whole thing as far as that image of Tariq, ain't that supposed to be like her case now, was that situation she dealing with? So when they bring up this situation and she talking about Chicago, it's like, what are you doing, or what are we doing as far as the writers for Power? Are y'all trying to set her up to be an overall arch enemy, or somebody who's gonna be going after everybody or different individuals from the spinoffs or something? I mean, I guess maybe they sent something up like that. I guess whatever. I don't know, man. But I was kind of curious about that because, like I said, when we got off of Power Book 2 Ghost, the season 2 finale, she was on there like she was about to go after Tariq or something. So being that this situation came up, and at first I thought maybe she was going to see some image of Tommy, because if I'm not mistaken, Tommy's supposed to be dead as far as New York go. He's supposed to be dead. I mean, overall, he's supposed to be dead. But I thought maybe they were going to show some image of him or something, but they didn't even do that. She was mostly talking about the whole Irish thing or whatever. But it's going to be interesting to see. And she did mention something about the Serbs, too. She did mention something about the Serbs. But it's going to be interesting to see where they go with season 2. And as far as, is she going to be a big factor as far as going forward with that, or she's going to be one of the main factors as far as Power Book 2 goes? I have no idea, but like I said, I just hope we get a little bit of better writing as far as season 2 goes. As far as Power Book 4 Force, I didn't say I didn't enjoy this season, but it is definitely the weakest of the seasons. This ain't one of the ones I go back to and like, yo, I gotta go see this again. I gotta go check this out again. It's just that not that for me. Like I said, we had a bunch of dumb, stupid situations in my opinion, especially with the whole Flynn family, Walter Flynn giving Tommy multiple chances, and all of a sudden then wanting to take him out. And even in this season finale, the way this certain situations he has in these meetings, even with him and Jannard, when they talking, it's like, what is going on? Like, why so many people like these chances keep going, these chances? And even with Diamond, man, even with him being on Demon Time in this episode, it's like, okay, say what you want to say about Jannard. He does say something kind of smart to Diamond at the end of this episode. And it's like, if you was going to do all of this, why didn't you just do this in the first place? And I was kind of like, yeah, why didn't he? It was like he was pushed to this, though. He was pushed, being that your own brother pretty much was trying to take you out. It's pretty much like, what do I have left, or what's going on now, being that when he got out of jail, wasn't his brother like the only person that he pretty much had at his side at that time? So, yeah. Like, yes, that's his whole reasoning for what he's doing or what he's working on now. But it is going to be interesting to see moving forward how they play this out. And is this going to be the new player or organizations that's going on as far as Chicago go? Because it looks like there's a bunch of different moving parts going along now. But it's going to be interesting, too, to see how Walter Flynn moves forward, being that the whole situation he has going on now with Vlick and Claudia. Does. Both of them was does. I'm just saying, man. But anyway, y'all let me know in the comment section, how did y'all feel about this season finale? Like I said, it wasn't the worst of the worst or nothing like that. Like I said, it just felt like Tommy was never in a situation where he was in any type of danger or any urgency or nothing. People he had around him, yeah, they kind of tried to play on that situation as far as his vulnerability, but still, I want to see Tommy like in that situation, like we see Franklin in Snowfall, like we have seen multiple people in The Wires, or like we seen Ghost in the original Power. Ghost was in all type of situations he was trying, like them last minute situations he had to get out of. Well, I'm just saying, I know this is season 1, but even in that season 1 in the original Power, you seen what things that Ghost had to go through in that original one in that season 1. I'm just saying we need to get that even with the Power Book 2s and Power Book 3s. I'm just saying, man. But overall, I still enjoyed it, and I'm definitely still going to be looking forward to a season 2. But y'all let me know in the comment section, how did y'all feel about this season overall? Hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell, let you know when I upload new videos. This is the road to 500 subs. Shout out to everybody who's been checking me out. Make sure you check out a new episode of Uncut Ish Talk this Friday live at 9 p.m. on YouTube and Twitch. Other than that, man, we out.
The last face that Tommy sees should be mine. For Gloria, for all of us.
You ready for a war, kid?
Oh, it's war.
Christmas is canceled.
From here on out, I don't want to hear anything else about kilos or prices. Y'all want to go out on your own? Fine. But do not for 1 second fuck around with what I got to do to get mine. Because I promise you, there is nothing I'm not prepared to do.